Hello, everyone. Today I have with me Adrian Ferdinands. He's a facilitator, he's a coach, a personal motivator, and also he's the president of Spirit and Soul, an advertising agency. And also he has a company called Digital Culture and Jolly Coconut. And that must be very interesting, Adrian. But I'm not going to ask you about coconuts today. I believe that you are into coaching in a different way. You say that you have kind of found your spiritual kind of status, and you are going. Your whole idea of training is to take people out of this doom and gloom and let them connect with some kind of power, or what you call life transforming experience, taking them out of this gloomy landscape that we are in. Of course, all of us are facing trouble at this moment, right? People have lost jobs, people have lost their income or reduced their income to maybe 20% of what they earned earlier. But the interesting thing I want to ask you, you are coming up with this program on personal branding. Now, in hard times, first thing that goes out of the window is advertising and branding. I know you have over almost 20 years of experience in nurturing brands. So I think maybe you have something in mind when you talk about personal branding. But the tough question I want to ask you, Adrian, is this the correct time to come up with a training program on personal branding? Is this a time when can people spend money? Can people have a cost like this? To, you know, to think of personal branding when they are in a survival mode. What is your response?
Great question, Amma. Great question. So to answer your question, let me ask you a couple of questions, okay?
Oh, just like you, Adrian. Right.
Here we go. So it's easy peasy questions, Amma. Tell me, what kind of laptop are you using?
Well, I'm using Dell at the moment. Yeah.
Okay. Dell Nemene?
Dell, Dell. Right.
And your phone, what kind of phone brand are you using?
I'm using Huawei at the moment.
Okay. All right. Now tell me, what kind of laptop and phone would you rather be using? Oops, what happened?
Well, I would like to use a Mac, right? And a phone, of course, an iPhone. That would be my dream.
Aha, there we go. Okay, so tell me, why do you want to use a Mac or an iPhone? Why is that your dream laptop or your dream phone?
If you ask the question, sometimes I don't quite know why, but something tells me that well, I would like to be seen around with a Mac. Maybe I don't know what the features are. Some tell me that Macs are top of the range. The speed is awesome. The features are awesome. I don't know. I have used Mac in the past, but it's a bit difficult to kind of shift on from a Microsoft to a Mac, right? But I mean, you see movies, people kind of celebrities always having a Mac in front of them. Okay. Aha, I know where you're going now. Okay.
So here's the thing: you have a perceived value of what a Mac brings to you, right? A Mac or an iPhone, it's adding value to you, and that's why you want those brands. And that's because those brands have invested millions of dollars building their brand image. And that's why.
Yeah, sure. But they would have invested millions of dollars during good times, right?
Oh yes. I'm coming to answer your question, Amma. Don't worry. Hang on to your horses. So the fact of the matter is, those brands have invested millions of dollars, and so today, even during these bad times, even during these pandemic times, they survive. They're not just surviving, actually, because these days we are starting to study online, we are working online, and therefore there's such a huge demand for laptops and phones. And in fact, Apple and iPhone are doing really, really well, even during these bad times. But the reason they're doing well is because they have invested, they took the time to invest in their brands, and they did that at the right time. So, you know, branding is never an expense, Amma. Branding is an investment. And that's the first mindset that you got to have. Okay. And, you know, even for business owners have to start looking at this as an investment. And the next thing they have to look at as an investment is their people. You know, right now, a lot of businesses are going through a really tough time. We know that, right? And then a lot of people have to work from home. Most people are forced to work from home. Now, here's where values come into play again, right? When you're working from home, there's always the opportunity to fudge, right? There's very little accountability. So you can fudge your way through the day and convince your boss that you were really busy, right? And so what's happening is that companies are being quite unproductive. And that is because they have not bothered to build the correct values in those people, in their staff. See, if you loved the company you worked for, Amma, you wouldn't want to cheat your company, right? If you
True.
really
Yeah,
love
yeah,
the company you
yeah.
worked for, you would give your heart and soul. It doesn't matter if you're working from home or not. In fact, you would work 12 hours a day. You know, you would work the weekends if you had to, because you love your company. And that doesn't just happen. That happens only with companies or business owners that truly value their employees and treat their employees as their biggest asset.